What's up guys, welcome back to Vanover Customs. I hope you've been enjoying the videos we've been doing on the Arbor press. I've been trying to break the bigger projects into a little bit smaller segments so they're a little bit easier to follow along. In today's video, it's no different. We're gonna be working on this gear paw. It has some damage, and what this does is it ratchets onto the actual gear that the main Arbor press presses from. So I'm gonna bring you over to the bench and show you what the damage is and how we're gonna address it. All right, we're ready to start to repair this paw here. So I did use the hardness tester on it, and it looks like it's about 50 Rockwell C, roughly, as was this rack and the gear as well. So all the hardness on everything was pretty similar. When it comes to welding something like this, I looked all over the internet to try to get the best advice on how to do it without losing the hardness of what we have. Because welding hardened steel is not as straightforward as mild steel. There's several ways to do it. I would love to hear in the comments below what you guys would recommend. But the method I'm gonna use is I'm actually gonna preheat this up probably to about 350 to 450. Once I get it heated up, I'm gonna use some of this, it's A2, so it's tool steel TIG wire, and we're gonna come in here and we're gonna build up these areas with the TIG. Once I got it built up, then we'll take it over to the K&T, and I'll show you the setup that we're gonna be using to mill down the buildup. But that'll be the first step, is to get this built up with the tool steel rod and go from there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy warmed up using our oxy torch. All right, we got the part thoroughly warmed up. So right around 475. Had a little bit too much carbon in that flame. It was a little hard to see through my welding mask, but I got it cleaned up, and we're ready to get this TIG welded. I'm using an HTP 221, in case anyone's curious. It's a great machine, I love it. And we're just gonna build it up. It's not gonna be a show queen. We're just doing a build up. I haven't welded with this rod, so I really don't know what to expect. Bring my magnet over to the workpiece. It's a little bit clunky with these MIG welding gloves, but I wanted something, due to the heat, a little thicker. Seems to operate just fine. All right, I'm really happy with that. It actually welded a lot better than I thought it would. Turned out pretty decent. I may have to do a second pass, we'll see, but I'm gonna try to cut this first. I know it's probably gonna be a nightmare to cut, but we're gonna cut it with carbide and see what we can do. I'm gonna let this cool slowly and come back in a couple hours, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, I'm gonna fire up the K&T mill. We're running 1,000 RPMs and about 5/8 inches a minute. I start out at 1/4 and then we sped it up, and we'll go from there. All right, we got that set. And I'm gonna add the light. We're just gonna touch off. And I'm looking for an even pattern over here on the touch off. All right, guys, we got 2 teeth cut. I'm really happy with how that turned out. We have mostly full contact over the sweep. This is hardened. It's a pain to cut. I'm not going to come in here and cut more than I need to, but I just want to make sure as I'm doing the cut, it's going to be mostly flush to each tooth, so that way our buildup doesn't stick out. And then we'll come in here, we have a little high here and here, and we'll hit that with a grinder. The file won't even address this because it's just too hard. But we'll come and we'll do the rest of these, and then we'll come back and let you know where we land. All right, guys, we got all these cut. Got this set up in the vise here just to kind of show you where we ended up. I am extremely happy with how this turned out. It isn't perfect. There's a couple inclusions along here, but instead of re-welding it up, letting it cool and going back and cutting it for probably a minimal, if no gain at all, we're gonna leave it. I'm really, really happy with it. We actually were able to cut all of the weld out, and then on a couple of these gullets, it was actually worn flat. So we were able to go in there with the cutter and actually cut it deep. And then I was able to cut one tooth. I would take it over to the gear, make sure it fit, and then cut another tooth. With a lot of these ones over here, they were pretty worn. So I would match it up to the gear tooth and then see which way I needed to adjust these teeth, because I ended up cutting the teeth deeper so that I could get proper engagement. Now it ended up being that the heel or the back side of all these teeth needed to be cut deeper in that direction. So we left the angle the same, but we went ahead and cut the angle deeper or more steep, so that way when this lines up to the gear, it's actually engaging properly instead of just touching on the tip. So overall, I'm very happy with the way this turned out. This stuff is as hard as could be. You can see with a file, you just kind of hear that, it just skates right over it. So I didn't use the hardness tester, but I can tell you what, the file will sometimes catch this surface, but not the weld. So I think the weld is nice and hard. I'm very happy with that. Honestly, you know, I had no idea what to expect, and I don't think I could be any happier. Now this did take me 4 or 5 hours to cut this because I went slow. We're using a single point cutter. I did break an insert and I did break a tool bit, but they were cheap. After I adjusted my cutter, I didn't break another bit. So overall, I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's gonna make a huge difference in terms of engagement. Before, maybe with the wear back here and some miscellaneous here, we may have had like 40% engagement on the gear, and it might have been fine, but now we're definitely 90+%. So it's going to be a huge improvement, and it'll be a big deal to know that we've got all engagement on that gear, because this piece here is where most of the force rests on when you're pulling the handle down, right on these teeth. And these guys are hard and properly cut. So I'm really happy with how we did on that. Here, just wanted to show you a side profile so you can see all these teeth are properly defined. Not sure if you could have seen it in the before shot, but especially over here, these teeth started to get pretty flat, and now you can see that we have fully formed teeth and everything lines up real nice. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was definitely a learning experience. I feel like overall we did pretty good on the gear paw. One thing I would have loved to improve on is to let this temper in an oven. Currently, I don't have a heat treat oven. I did let this air harden as I was supposed to with A2, and I did warm it up with the torch to about 300 or 400 degrees to try to temper it. But ideally, when you're doing some sort of weldment like this, you want to put this in an oven and really do a proper tempering process. So that's something I'm hoping to do more in the future once I get my hands on an oven. But other than that, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's going to be a massive improvement over where it was, and I think it will work just fine for what we're doing. If you have any comments, post them down below, like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.